Most blokes my age are counting down the old age pension. It was only last year I was doing the same, staring at an office wall all day, dreaming of slow mornings and tropical beaches in Thailand. I'm dedicating this video to you out there who feel the same, and if you don't, this story is not for you. I gave my country 40 years of loyalty, I did the grind and I played by the rules. Redundancy hit the second time in 2 years, replaced by cheap foreign labour. But let me put this into context. I didn't leave Australia to escape life. I left because I finally wanted one. On this side of the Mekong, everything seems to make sense. Thailand is established, it's easy, it's predictable. Vientiane wasn't meant to be a big city. Long before the cafes and riverside bars, this was the capital of the Lan Kingdom, the land of 1 million elephants, one of Southeast Asia's most powerful realms in the 16th century. Kings ruled from here, temples rose here, trade moved along the Mekong like an ancient highway. Then came invasion. Siamese armies razed the city in the 1800s. The French rebuilt it during colonial rule. That's why you see the wide boulevards, the faded shutters, the European balconies sitting beside Buddhist temples. Hey guys, after weeks of staring over the border from Patuxai into Laos, and no, I didn't throw the rock over here, but instead I'm bringing you over here to see if there's any potential places for retirement. So welcome to Vientiane, Laos. There's something understated about Vientiane. No chaos, no pressure, no one rushing you off the footpath. The temples glow in the afternoon light. The Mekong just rolls past without a care in the world. It's not trying to be the next Bangkok or Pattaya, and maybe that's the point. When a city isn't screaming for your attention, you actually start to hear yourself think. And after decades of noise, deadlines and other people's priorities, this place looks amazing. And then there's the night markets. This is where Vientiane really wakes up. The colour here is spectacular. Gold, reds, electric greens. And it's not polished, it's not curated for Instagram, it's real. This isn't resort living, this is street level, everyday Southeast Asia. Ah, beautiful. We have these, they're like little seafood omelettes. Check it out, guys. They put the shrimp and the mussels in there, dip them in the sauce. Wow. This street market here, the food market's phenomenal, so colourful. One thing that did surprise me in Laos was the food. I'll be honest, I didn't come here expecting a culinary revelation, but walking through the night markets, you realise pretty quickly that food is at the heart of everyday life here. And when you slow down and actually take the time to explore it, you realise the food scene might be one of the most underrated parts of Laos. For me, it ended up being one of the highlights. Let's talk about cost of living. From my initial research and observations, I'd say that central Vientiane leans a little on the expensive side for what the city currently offers. Now, I can't really speak for rural Laos, but in the main parts of the capital, especially near the Mekong, the cafes and more popular expat pockets, rents do start to climb. Decent apartments in those areas aren't exactly bargain-based prices. And the same goes for food. Eat local at markets, affordable, no problem. But sit down in a riverside restaurant or Western cafe and suddenly you're paying close to Thai tourist prices, sometimes more. Imported goods, wine, decent coffee, they all carry a premium here. But on saying that, I did see a steady expat community here, which suggests the lifestyle clearly works for a lot of people. One thing that did stand out though was space. Many of the condos I saw had noticeably larger floor plans than what you typically find in Thailand or Vietnam, which is definitely a plus if you value a bit more room to live. Alright groovers, we are at a traditional Lao market here. This is where the locals go to eat. Our driver has taken us straight to the source, so we're going to have a nice break here, have some lunch, and check it out for yous. Finally found the bargain food, guys. So you're looking at 25,000 for a little dish, and that's about, you know, the sort of price range we're used to, right? 25,000, 36 baht, $1.50. Markets show you everyday life, but step back for a moment and you realise this quiet city is also full of rich history. Vientiane is home of some of the most important landmarks in Laos. One of the first places we looked at was Patuxai. Built in the 1960s, it's often compared to Arc de Triomphe in Paris, a monument that reflects the country's French colonial past, but with unmistakably Lao design and symbolism. Not far from there stands Patuxai Luang, the most important national monument in Laos. The Great Golden Stupa dates back centuries and has become a symbol of the country itself, representing both Buddhism and Lao identity. Walking through these places, you start to realise something about this city. It may be quiet on the surface, but underneath it carries a very deep sense of history and national pride. When you come to somewhere new like Vientiane, the question eventually pops into your head. Could I actually live here? Could I retire here? And honestly, I'm still figuring that out. Vientiane has a very different energy to Thailand. It's quieter, it's slower, it's a little rough around the edges. But sometimes those places are the ones that surprise you the most. There's a history here and a culture, and there's a lifestyle that feels a bit removed from the chaos of the modern world. But retirement isn't just about sunsets and cheap cocktails, as we know. It's about practicality. It's about cost of living, visas, healthcare, community, and whether a place actually works for you long term. That's what we're trying to figure out here. Because the truth is, there are already expats living in Laos, some quietly building a life here. So the real question is, what do they know that we don't? But before I decide on whether Laos could actually work for me, I need to speak to someone who's already done it. And what he told me honestly surprised me. Next week, I talk to John, an expat who's been in Laos for a very long time. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I hope to see you on the next one.